I think that Florida State will be very excited about coming in here on Sunday morning. It was a terrific matchup last year against us, and I mean, I'm not sure that we should have won that game, but when you look back at the film and the stats, but I thought we persevered, and I think they'll come in here with an intention of knocking us off on our home court. So we're going to have to be really tough. We're going to have to be solid, fundamental, and highly competitive would be the word I would use.
You had some, I think, at least one player that played better than he usually does, I believe, in that game. I can't remember who. Somebody had a big.
We had a lot of players make plays in that game, and when you look back at it, Ariel and Brooke were phenomenal, in particular in the second half, but we had a lot of people make plays.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Mide came in and made a big play for us. Joyner, you could go down the line, several of them. Hosey made a big steal. There were a lot of plays, but it was a good memory actually to go back and look at that game.
Do you need that kind of performance, I mean, especially with injured players?
We do.
People even if it's a couple of plays.
Yeah, we do. And I mean, honestly, I think we need that period. I like, as y'all know, to play a lot of players, and you know, just the buy-in of let me go in and make a play and see if I can turn the tide just a little bit with a hustle play or a defensive rebound or something like that. I've always had a lot of appreciation for players that will buy into that, and Sunday will be no exception. I mean, we will have to have everybody that's on our roster on Sunday.
What will determine whether Brooke plays? Would that be just like how she feels that day, or is it something sooner than that?
I think it's how she feels probably tomorrow and Sunday morning when she wakes up. You know, she's progressing, but again, you know, I think the question that we have to ask, and ultimately our trainers and doctors will decide, but I think you just have to ask, is one game worth a few more days of rest, which would probably essentially heal what the issue is. So I think we have to really closely consider, is that worth it, you know?
If she doesn't play, what would you be looking for the rest of your team? Somebody else who needs to step up, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, we'll look for some freshmen to play some minutes, so I'm excited about that. It's always a next man up mentality in sports, and this is another situation where I think it will give the freshmen, regardless of whether, I mean, obviously even if Brooke plays, she's probably not going to play 40 minutes, so I think we have an opportunity finally, because the freshmen seem to be locking in a little bit better right now. I think we finally have an opportunity for them to get some minutes in a game that, you know, may be a little closer than some of the others that they've had minutes in. I hope it's close anyway.
This is the last non-conference game?
It is.
What have you learned about your team in the non-conference season that maybe you didn't know before the season started? I've learned a lot about them. I mean, I think they really do want to be good. I think what I do know about them is they have a desire to be good. I think that what I saw after the Tennessee game was that we didn't handle the adversity very well. So what I do know about us is that we have to get better at that. I didn't think that we necessarily stared that in the face and punched it out, and we're going to see the same thing on Sunday. So it's another test for us, and you know, we'll see where we are, see if we're better than we were the previous Sunday, and we'll go from there. But I definitely think that we're looking forward to conference play as it turns.
You're curious, assuming you do face some adversity against this kind of team, and maybe Brooke doesn't play, how a freshman handles it.
I think it'll be a good opportunity for them to get their feet wet. I do still see Shug, you know, LaShawn, Ariel logging most of the perimeter minutes, but I think our problem right now is, I mean, obviously we will miss Brooke if she doesn't play, and that's a huge cog for us because she's our floor general. I think a bigger issue right now is that we're a little dinged up in the paint, and our depth is questionable, and you know, they're really, really good on the boards. They're very good inside, so that's almost as big, if not a bigger concern for me, is that we're, again, a little banged up and could potentially not be without a couple of bodies, which would mean we might have to go small a little bit.
So Booth would maybe play.
Everybody's going to have to
Real
play.
minutes,
Absolutely. I mean, I think we're in a situation right now where they all need to be ready to play.
Looking ahead.
It's not a bad thing.
Looking ahead for a story for later, this is the last game that Joyner won't play. When she does come back, what will her role be as soon as she hits the floor?
Well, I don't think I can necessarily answer what her role will be. I think she adds some much-needed depth in the paint for us, and she immediately should add some versatility and some rebounding. So, other than that, I mean, I haven't seen Joyner on the court in a while, so we'll see. And obviously know that I think we all know that that's going to be a process for her to get back in the swing of things, but. When you ask what would she bring to the table, it's just some more depth in the paint.
She only get like one practice before Oklahoma.
She'll get two.
Two.
When we hear you talk about competition, practice, can you hear me? Is that something that you expect to see for Sunday, and maybe something you didn't see against Tennessee in the focus for this game?
I definitely thought our focus was not good before the Tennessee game, and I think I said this in the media, I couldn't pinpoint what the reason was. I mean, we beat Georgia on Sunday, and I felt good about that performance. I felt good about our preparation, and we came back on Tuesday and really didn't string along very good practices before we went up to Knoxville, and it could have been finals. You just never know. Maybe I think Brooke actually was a little dinged up before we went up there, and we just didn't know it. So I think that a combination of those things led to a poor performance. I did definitely see us with a little more urgency and a little more purpose today, so I think we'll be ready to play on Sunday.